Let's go and find, first of all, Austin Gale. Austin, when I spoke to you 2 weeks ago, you were a cyclist getting green with envy at watching your brother go racing, and now here you are, back behind the wheel, and it's like you've never been away.
Yeah, I mean, just really happy to be back. Obviously, going from cycling to karting again. It's been really fun. It's really nice to be back with this atmosphere. Everything's really good, but yeah.
Level with me, now that you're back and that you've been able to run in the top three, is the feeling starting to get emotional again? You want to come back more and more? Could we see you on the entry at Macau?
Yeah, I've always got that feeling, but I think it's just a one-off. Just gonna have fun for now and pack it up after.
Okay, I'll see if that stays true in the next few weeks. Well done, Austin.
Thank you.
Great to see him back at the sharp end. Let's go and find his brother, the man in second on the grid, Toby Gale. Toby, business as usual, front end of the grid, but this time it's the Grand Prix circuit for 20 laps rather than the modified short for 22. How are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling confident, happy with the weekend so far. We've just been really, really strong consistently, and hopefully we can bring that into the final.
The tyre is obviously going to be the key factor here. All three of you have been able to handle it really well. What's going to be the key difference going into this final that will make that extra special push?
I think it's just managing the pace really and being consistent every lap, because obviously it's 20 laps, it's a really long race, and a lot can happen.
Looking forward to seeing what you give us, Toby. Good luck.
Thank you.
Martin Bean, our race director, giving the command to start the engines one more time. And so, for the warm-up lap, we get ourselves under starters' orders. For the last time in Thailand in 2026, the Bira circuit rings out to the senior X30 field. The top 36 drivers go out onto the circuit. Very sadly, there are a handful of drivers who don't make it. On this occasion, we say goodbye to Fakin Jananakul, to Jamie Ambrose, to Didi Tse, and to Xiao Mojuan. But don't worry, they'll be back later on in the season, we hope. Certainly the next time we race at Bira, we can almost guarantee. It's addictive, this sport. Once you're in, it's very difficult to get out. Just ask Austin Gale. How long did he stay out of the sport? Just 4 months. So 20 laps to go on the Bira circuit. Kai Burke, Toby Gale, Austin Gale, Warapong Yamchan, Yuka Po, Dylan Tan, Siddharth Sadamakukasem and Nathan Arya, Travis Teo and Jaden Pope, Panu Steenman-Kong and Dominic Setyevan, Andrea Galimberti and Paco Miguel Sarmiento, Jerry Chi, Johanathan Mosh, Ananton Tanachai, Mika Slabbert, Kian Shah and Danish Chen, Sun Yang, Melvin Shane, Leonardo Mori, Wong Kifei, Sir Anodas, Zachary Boyce, Sishan Gunasekara, Thomas George, Ayan Marwa, Chanoknan Vidatacha, Aidan Forbes, Warawon Komarakul, Kantapadnan and Suksanti, Rafael Kamal, Fanya Yamchan and Jenny Bibinet. And so now, the toughest race of any weekend in the Infinity IAME Series Asia, the Senior X30 Final. So far, it's provisional victory for Knox Black, Max Schilling and Luke Armstrong. We'll confirm all of that on the podium ceremonies later, of course. But now comes the true shindig of our sport. There's nothing like Senior X30. It's almost an entire Formula One season locked into 20 laps. Leave nothing to chance. Leave no stone unturned. But for the Birolart Asia team up front, 3 karts for the red and white team, and Michael Patrizzi needs to watch his blood pressure, because with the leaders up front, it's going to get tricky between Kai Burke, Toby Gale and Austin Gale. Yuka Po wants to separate them. Warapong Yamchan, Dylan Tan, Siddharth Sadamakukasem and Nathan Arya are waiting in the wings. And don't forget the might of Teo, of Pope, of Steenman-Kong, of Setyevan, of Galimberti and of Sarmiento. They all want a taste. They come out the final turn for the last time in Thailand. Let's race at Bira! Beautiful start from Burke. And it's going to be Austin Gale who breaks through to second place. Maybe even to the lead if he keeps the inside line there with Kai Burke. He's going to play, oh, contact further back. 2 or 3 karts coming a cropper. That's the 207. That's Sun Yang. Sun Yang having a problem, the Chinese driver. And he's come straight off the course and actually skipped half the track. So Sun Yang is going to limp back to the pits, I think. He's lost the side pod, so he's going to be out of it. And there's problems further back as well. So Sun Yang is going to go straight back to the pit lane. He does indeed with a broken side pod, but the lead has come through. We've got a problem elsewhere as one of the Tony karts has come to a stop on the back straight. We're going to see a replay. Tan getting on the grass, and that causes the concertina effect, and everybody hustles in together. Bang! In the middle. Sun Yang goes over the top. His side pod is the one that comes off, and he's already retired. And there is a stationary kart on the far side. That is the 203, I'm afraid to say. It's game over for the Tony kart of Aidan Forbes. The Hong Kong man did such a great job in his superheat. And unfortunately, Aidan Forbes is going no further. So both he and Sun Yang are out of the race. They clear the kart quickly. But of course, there were yellow flags on the way. Fortunately, nobody made an overtake. And so it's Kai Burke, Austin Gale, Toby Gale, Weerda Sakamchan, Yuk Gapo, and Panu Steenman-Kong. In Formula One, they had the Schumacher brothers. In IAME Series Asia, we've got the Gale brothers. And Austin is in front of Toby. It's like he's never been away. Down to the braking zone. Trying to stay with Kai Burke. What an amazing image this is for Michael Patrese and the Birolot Asia team. They barely have to do any work. They've got a massive advantage now. As in fourth position, that is the hard-charging Panu Steenman-Kong. He's done a lot of hard work to get into fourth place, and he's in front of one of the top one karts. I want to say that's Jaden Pope. It is indeed. Oh, no, sorry, it's Weerda Sakamchan. My apologies. Meanwhile, Galen Berti is charging his way forward. He's made a gap or two up the inside, and he's wrestling with Travis Teo. One of these two is going to have to back down. The former senior X30 champion against the reigning junior champion, Galen Berti, is going to slingshot and keeps his position further back. Meanwhile, we've had an off on the way to the snail shell. Somebody's retiring. So we've had a problem already for Johannathan Mosh and Ian Marwa. They've dropped to the back of the field. But I think it's someone else who's got caught up in the incident. We've got yellow flags. And that's why it's Leonardo Mori. Oh, what a disappointing weekend the Malaysian has had anyway. And that just puts it to bed. Now here comes the challenge as Austin Gale has taken the lead from Kai Burke. Kai Burke is down to second, and Toby Gale is keeping a watching brief. But Austin Gale is now in the lead. Amazing. The junior cycling competitor these days comes back to karting, and on lap 4 of the senior final in his first weekend away in 4 months, he is leading. I've got a feeling that the childlike adoration of karting and the passion is all going to come seeping back. If Austin Gale wins this final, I don't think I'll be too surprised if his entry ends up on the list at Macau, and then again in Malaysia, and then again at LYL in the final. You can take a racing driver out of karting, but you cannot take karting out of the racing driver. Out of the final turn, and Burke, Toby Gale and Panu Steenman-Kong are going to give Austin the race of his life into turn 1. Here comes Kai Burke. No, you don't, says Austin. This is not my first rodeo. On the run to 3. And Austin Gale is backing up Kai Burke. I told you this was going to get physical between the Birolot boys. Kai Burke wants to win this. Oh, he nudges the back of Austin Gale. Got to be careful. You do not need a loose front fairing. Not when the championship fight is this intense already. And the man in third is, of course, the championship leader, Toby Gale. So he wants to keep clean. If Kai Burke gets into hot water and he doesn't, he can pick up places just by keeping his front fairing on. But Austin Gale leads the way. What an amazing comeback from the 16-year-old from Pattaya. Hopping over the curbs, Kai Burke's going to wrestle it, finds the inside line, sweet as a nut from the Bundaberg bouncer. Into the lead he goes. And Austin and Toby are now giving chase to Burke once more. Hopping over the curves at the exit of 2, up towards 3. Down to the left-hand hairpin, and Kai Burke can now get back into his rhythm that he's had all weekend long as Toby goes for Austin. Lovely. Austin doesn't give too much resistance to his brother. And so Toby heads into second place. Now I wonder if Austin Gale is going to play the support role here a little bit and help his brother to go after Kai Burke. It was great while it lasted, the lead, but now he's down to third. He's got to be careful, though, that he doesn't lose out to Panu Steenman-Kong. So Panu Steenman-Kong flying the flag for Thailand in this final. He's looking good for the podium. Don't forget, the top 5 drivers in this competition get to the rostrum at the end of the weekend. So it's Burke, Toby Gale, Austin Gale, Panu Steenmakong, and in 5th place, that's Weirda Sakyamcha. No, that's Andrea Galimberti. Galimberti's in P5. What an amazing few laps it's been for the Italian stallion. Started 13th, and he's now in P5, and he's catching up to the top 4. Fantastic. The youngest man in the field, 13 years of age. He'll turn 14 in June. His first season in Senior X30 as the junior champion last year. He spent the last 2 years testing under senior regulations to be ready for when he steps up. And what an opportunity this is now for Andrea Galimberti. He is closing in on the Fab 4. Burke, Toby Gale, Austin Gale, Steenmakong, and Galimberti. What a showdown this will be. 7 laps now completed. 13 laps to go here at Vera. And so we crack on into lap 8. Burke, Toby, Austin, Manu Steenmakong, and there's a technical flag for the 208. A technical flag, that's Ayan Marwa. And there's contact between Bagamigo Sarmiento and Dominic Setiavan. Sarmiento's collided with the Komodo Dragon. Very unfortunate indeed between those two. And so they will now rejoin at the tail of the field. So unfortunate. Sarmiento was having the best weekend of his career so far in Senior X30. But the faster you go, the more of a target you build on your back. And unfortunately, Sarmiento finds out the hard way. So Ayan Marwa now has a technical flag. We're not sure what it was for, but he got one earlier in the day, so I wonder if it's the same problem. Out of the final turn, and Galimberti is eating up the road to the 4 leading carts. 12 to go. Burke, Toby Gale, Austin Gale, Steenmakong, and Galimberti. The Top 1 Motorsport team really want a victory on home soil. They came so close a couple of weeks ago, but it didn't work out in their favour. They've got quite a few drivers in this race, of course. Weirda Sakyamchan, Jaden Pope, and of course Panya Yamchan, all for the same team, along with Andrea Galimberti. But the Italian really fancies his chances of going after the Car Republic in front of him, Panu Steenmakong, and then the 3 Birolats up front. But Kai Burke is driving sublimely. What a run from the man from Bundaberg. Out of the final turn, and the immaculacy of Kai Burke is evident for all to see. Even the Gale brothers are struggling to switch it up and turn on the pace to the young man from Queensland, Australia. A stunning display. Last year, Kai Burke was good. By the end of the year, he was great. This year, he's almost unstoppable. Certainly this weekend. And up the inside, Galimberti gets Steenmakong. So Galimberti into P4. He attacks Panu Steenmakong, and it works out beautifully. So now Galimberti has just 3 men standing in his way for victory. And guess what? They all drive red and white. Now we've got another technical flag going out. This time it's for the 258. So that is Jerry G of the DRM Paralin team. That's unfortunate. He had a good run in his superheat earlier on as well. So he'll be disappointed that he's now got to come into the pits to fix that. It isn't game over unless he decides to get out of the car. But he certainly has to report back to the pits. 10 done, 10 to go. We are 10 laps away from the halfway point of the season, and it looks as though Austin Gale is doing his best to cover the bases and help out his brother. He is keeping Andrea Galimberti back. Nothing wrong with that at all. He's helping his brother to consolidate his advantage in the championship fight. If he finishes second, that's maximum points that he can get on a day when Kai Burke is dominant. So now Austin Gale is giving his brother a helping hand. And this is going to wind up Galimberti and Steenmakong to high heaven. Galimberti is not going to want to play this game at all. I'm faster than you. I can get ahead of you. Thank you. Let me through. No chance, says Austin Gale. So out of the final turn, Burke is leading. Toby Gale second, and Austin Gale is now playing rear gunner. 9 laps to go. But it shows you what Austin Gale can do. He led the final on his return. And if he gets a little bit more time in the seat, Well, Gale is still a champion in waiting, and he knows it. This will be satisfying for him. He came here to play and have fun. Boy, has he done that. And he's given us a lot of fun too. So elsewhere, the drivers are still having a great race of it. But Galimberti is really struggling to keep up with the pace of Austin Gale. He's actually backed down a little bit. Panush Steenmankong is reeling him in. Galimberti looks over his shoulder. I thought we were going to have another Mason Kwong incident there, with Galimberti suddenly backing off the tail of Austin Gale. I thought maybe he had a mechanical. And Panush Steenmankong is going to try and get alongside. Doesn't quite make it. And now Galimberti is trying to shut down the door of Steenmankong. There's nothing in it as they go through the main straight. Galimberti is determined. I've lost my tyres. I can't keep up with the Birolats, but I am not losing fourth place. If this is the best I'm going to get, then I'm going to keep it. And so now Galimberti is defending valiantly. Up the inside though, Steenmankong makes it work. Thank you. I'll have that. And Galimberti cannot respond. And so the Thai, Panush Steenmankong, comes through into fourth place. And Galimberti's got a real problem. Oh, a real problem for Galimberti. He slams his hand on the steering wheel. Come on! Why? Oh, Andrea Galimberti crawls to a stop before he even reaches the pit entry. And he trudges away from his cart. He doesn't even want to deal with it. Wow, the emotional, very fiery Italian walks away from his cart, leaves it and trudges in. Andrea Galimberti, furious. What do I have to do to catch a break? Here's the initial move from Steenmankong. And Galimberti was chopping across him all the way. But as soon as Steenmankong made the move on Galimberti, his days were numbered. He was already fiddling with something as Steenmankong was trying to come through, and then it just died on him. The fury, the rage. What do I have to do to catch a break? Andrea Galimberti, enraged. A fantastic drive, washed away. Both he and Mason Kwong will just want to forget that the 12th of April 2026 ever happened. Out in front though, Kai Burke is absolutely drinking it in. The Australian leads from Toby Gale and Austin Gale. Panush Steenmankong fourth, and up to fifth again comes the reigning champion Yukapo. Sixth is Travis Teo. That could get tasty between two former champions. Seventh is Ananton Tanganachai. And then it's Siddharth Sinamakokasem, Dylan Tan and Nathan Arya in the top 10. And then we've got Danish Chen, Ian Shah, Wadaman Konakul, Wadapong Yamchan and Mika Slabbert. But the battles have been relentless all the way through. And so Galimberti becomes the race's latest retirement. Oh, Jaden Pope has retired as well. So Jaden Pope has also parked his Top 1 Motorsport car. So they're really having a nightmare. Jaden Pope retires as well. Absolute disaster for the team from Pattaya. Pedro Hiltbrand taps his head, lets the drivers know, keep your focus, keep your cool. We've still got 5 laps to go. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. And she hasn't even warmed up the vocal cords yet. Especially now that Travis Teo is swarming around behind Yukapo with intense pressure from an Anton Tananachikul. So Anton Ananachai going for the move. Ananachai really wanting to get a top 5 finish here, but so too does Travis Teo. If the best you can leave with is 5th, you take it. So Ananton Tananachai and Travis Teo, certainly not the youngest men in the field by any stretch, but their wealth of experience keeps them very focused on the objective of taking on the reigning champion Yukapo. And still, Yu has the contention and the ability to run at the front of the pack, but he's made it very clear. He told us on the grid, those Birolats are just so tough to beat this weekend. And so we're going to have Kai Burke and Toby Gale leaping forward in the Drivers' Championship as we go to Macau. 4 laps to go. But more importantly, we've seen Toby Gale take a victory in a final before. We've never seen Kai Burke do it. And it will be a very satisfying moment for the Australian. Travis Teo losing a little bit of traction there. Ananton Tananachai may get a chance here. He's having a think about it. Behind them, we've still got Cinnamon Kokasem dueling with Dylan Tan and Danish Chen. Nathan Arya, after his pole position in qualifying, sadly, has slipped to 11th place. But there's still so much more to do. In these last 3 laps as Kai Burke comes through, he will realise his ambition. Last year, he was the most consistent driver in the championship fight. He took the title fight down to the wire here at Bira a year ago nearly, when he battled with Yukapo for the title. Tanganachai goes for the move on Teo. Teo shuts him down. But the Australian Kai Burke has been waiting and pushing and digging for more from himself to get the victory in a final. And what a way to do it. He hasn't even looked beatable this weekend at any stage. So the sweepers at the Seashell for Yukapo, Travis Teo and Anangton Tananachai. The final 3 laps of the season in Thailand. The end of the 2nd round of IAME Series Thailand. The end of the 3rd round of Infinity IAME Series Asia. And it's going to be a fabulous, fabulous victory for the boys in red and white. They're going to finish 3rd with Austin Gale. They're going to finish 2nd with Toby Gale. But they're going to take a glorious victory for Australia, for Queensland, and for Kai Burke. 2 laps to go. Let's keep it going, boys. Tananachai still thinks he can make this bid on Travis Teo as Yukapo looks over his shoulder and senses the same thing. I think 5th position might be nailed on here, says the man from Hong Kong. I don't think there's going to be much of a challenge from Travis Teo. But Travis Teo is trying to keep the man on the Kart Republic in front of him honest here. Ananton Tananachai still hungry for another move. Cinnamon Kokasem, Dylan Tan and Danish Chen completing the top 10 with the final points positions likely to go the way of Wadawon Komanakul on the GFC. Fair play to him because he's come up from 32nd on the grid to P11. You can't do much better than that in a final, especially when you're the only driver in the field on a GFC. 12th for Nathan Arya, 13th for Kian Shah, Wadapon Yamchan slipping to 14th sadly, and Rafael Kamal all the way up from 34th on the grid to P15. At least top 1 have something to smile about in this final. As we go into the final lap, and the Gale brothers are going to perfect this amazing run for the Biralat Asia team. 3rd for Austin Gale. He led earlier on. Toby Gale 2nd. He will continue to lead the championship. But this man has been waiting for this moment for a year and a half. The Bundaberg bouncer has been so impressive in the first part of 2026. He's been waiting and working and pushing to become a winner in a final in the Infinity IAME Series Asia. So many times it slipped through his fingers. He will not lose out today. Out of the final third comes the Bundaberg bouncer. It's Kai Burke, victorious at last. A flamboyant first win in a final in Senior X30 as Biralat Asia makes it 1, 2, 3. Fantastic! And Kai Burke finally unlocks the winner's potential. It's been a long time coming for Kai Burke. Michael Patrizi and Pedro Hilbrand celebrate with the crew. What an immense moment that is for the team. They didn't just win, they swept up. And the team is already going into Songkran Festival mode. The water guns have come out. And Kai Burke is victorious in the most emphatic way he could have done it. It's a fairy tale for Kai Burke. Fastest and winner in qualifying heat 1, winner in qualifying heat 2, winner in qualifying heat 3, winner in the super heat, and he never even looked like it was going to fall away from him once he got the lead back from Austin Gale. First of all, to Austin Gale. Austin, great race. You're one off and you led the final. That must have felt so sweet.
Yeah, it felt really good, but obviously my mind was on the team the whole time. It was a 1-2-3 Birrell. And when I slotted back into 3rd, because I just knew Kai was faster, I saw Toby's championship rival Gamberti behind, so I knew I had to get to work. But luckily we held him off and it was a 1-2-3 Birrell in the end.
I've got a sneaky suspicion you love racing too much. I've got a feeling we will see you again at some point in 2026.
Yeah, potentially. We'll see.
It wasn't even on a little bit earlier. Now I think it might be. Well done, Austin.
Thank you.
Great. Great job. Let's go and have a word with Toby as well. Second place. Toby, as far as the championship is concerned, that really doesn't do you any harm at all.
Yeah, that race was really, really good. We all worked together as a team, but from my side, struggled with pace a bit, but, you know, still a lot of points on board and really happy with, you know, the progress that we've made, and congrats to Kai. That was great from him.
We now head to Macau, and it's a much stronger position that you and the team find yourselves in. This must give you guys so much more excitement heading to the fourth round of the championship.
Yeah, for sure. It's something different, you know. Happy to be at a new track again, learn it again. Really familiar with it last year, as you probably remember, and hopefully we can recreate the memories.
Certainly good memories from today, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Travis Teo makes his way to the podium in 5th position in IAME Series Thailand in Senior X30. In 4th position, Ananton Tananachai. Congratulations to Ananton. Great weekend in Senior X30 and a fabulous run. In 3rd position, 202, Panu Steenmankong. A fabulous result for Panu Steenmankong. Other side, Panu, other side. You're on the wrong side of the podium. That'll be next time. Don't worry, that'll be next time. In 2nd position, 210, Austin Gale. Only out of the seat for 4 months and immediately back on the rostrum. Fantastic work from Austin Gale. I've got a feeling he might get more than one of these this year. But on the top step of the podium here in his home country, 2-2-3, Toby Gale! It's a 1-2 for the Gale brothers in IAME Series Thailand this weekend. Fabulous results and a great, great start to the event for them in IAME Series Thailand. And I'm afraid it is really time to let loose on the Songkran Festival, guys. Your Senior X30 IAME Series Thailand Top 5. Final confirmation of the X30 Senior podium. And so to the top 5 drivers. In 5th position, number 200, Yukapo! And so the man from Hong Kong gets a proper soaking courtesy of HB Racing. Thanks, Mr. Yu. 5th position after a great week. In 4th position, number 202, Panu Steenmankong. A fabulous weekend for Panu. Really did a great job all week long, and great to see him in such a fine position after an amazing week. In 3rd position, number 210, Austin Gale. 1 weekend back and 2 trophies, 1 from IAME Series Thailand and 1 for IAME Series Asia. How many more will there be this season? In 2nd place, number 223, Toby Gale. What's better than 1 Gale on the podium? 2 Gales on the podium as Toby increases his lead in the championship standings. But it's been a long time coming. But the Bundaberg bouncer is onto the top of the podium. Give it up for 281, Kai Berg! It's been such a worthy wait, but we are so delighted. Finally, Kai Berg unleashes the beast, and he is now a final winner in IAME Series Asia, and very rightly so. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you are. There is your top 5. Oh, Tiru Kumaran really letting them have it. Ladies and gentlemen, your Senior X30 IAME Series Asia top 5, round 3 in Bira. There you go. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're getting into the Songkran Festival spirit of things now.